The 9 fastest ways to make $100,000 in wholesaling real estate as a beginner legally. Now, I have to say that starting out because there are legal ways and illegal ways to make a ton of money in a very quick amount of time. And what I'm going to show you today is wholesaling real estate. And there are 9 ways inside of wholesaling real estate, if you understand it, to make 100K your first year. Now, as somebody that was 17 years old who got their first deal and made $20,000, and then eventually before I graduated high school made over $100,000, I did the legal way. There's some wholesalers that like tricks and gimmicks and illegal weird ways, and what I'm going to show you is the legal way, the 9 ways to get filthy rich in wholesaling real estate, make $100,000 legally in wholesaling. Now, I know that's kind of a funny title, but it's absolutely true. There are right and wrong ways to make a ton of money really quick, and you have to do it the right way. And what I'm going to teach is the stuff that gurus don't want you to know, the secrets of wholesaling real estate. You probably got an ad before you watch this video. Oh, buy my $10,000 course method and I'll show you everything. It's so stupid. Guys, I'm going to show you exactly everything you need to know about the fastest way to get your wholesaling real estate deals. I'm going to show you how many days it's going to take to probably get the deal, what you should do, how much you should do, and all these things. So let's cut the crap. Let's get straight into it, and let's go into it right now. So this is going to be the 9 fastest ways to make $100,000 in wholesaling real estate that feels illegal to know, because the gurus, they charge a lot of money for this stuff. But what I'm going to do is show you how to do it absolutely for free. So there are legal ways in the legal way. There's legal and illegal ways of wholesaling real estate, right? If you are illegally wholesaling real estate, you're doing it against the law. You're not doing it the right way. And honestly, a lot of people think it's scary. It's not that scary. If you use lawyers, if you go out here and use legit title companies, things I teach in these videos and in my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, you should be fine. The honest truth is, if you use a title company, you're not going to be illegally wholesaling. For 99% of everyone doing transactions and stuff like that, if you just use a legit closing attorney or title company, which is rule number 1 in wholesaling, if you don't control the title company, don't control the real estate deal, you're going to be fine. If you do that, you're fine. So like, don't worry about it. But a lot of people don't, they like to go do their own thing. Just do the way we teach, the way I teach it, and you should be fine. But let me teach you some ways that feel illegal to know so you can actually get some wholesaling deals. And so these are 9 methods. I'm going to go from method 9 all the way to 1. From the longest time basically to the shortest time period to get your first wholesaling deal. And you can use this method to make over 100K because it's stuff I teach. So let's get into it. So let's do number 9. This is this is kind of a gimme. We're start off the gimme for you guys. But this is basically finding wholesalers who can't sell their contracts. This is a really easy method. This is a simple method, if you will, here, where you just find people that can't sell their wholesaling deals. Like, they just can't sell them. They have it under contract. They can't find a buyer. And if you could get good at finding cash buyers, which if you just go to freewholesaling.com, go to our dispositions modules and learn how to do it, it's going to be really easy for you to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because as somebody that closes $20,000, $30,000, $45,000 deals, like just JVing, it's really easy if you're really good at your dispositions. Now, I get deals sent all the time that's like, oh my gosh, this seems like a home run deal, but it ends up not being a really good deal. It happens. But for the vast majority, if you can get really good at finding wholesalers that have deals and need help with, and if you can have actually legit cash buyers, like you actually have them, you know what to do at freewholesaling.com, you have to do some work to do it. It's a really fast way to get a wholesaling deal. I would argue if you go on the channel, go in the comments of my live streams and do all these things, I swear to you, you go to my Facebook group, all these things, you can get a deal in 12 days doing this. You can get a JV deal done, you get a cash buyer walkthrough, you get the whole thing done 12 days. Now, check, probably gonna take another 14 days just for the whole process, 30 days for closing. But for you to actually get the assignment of contract done, like a contract in hand, all these things, about 12 days. It's very fast, but you have to be very efficient. You have to be honestly like a sniper, like straight to the point. Now, what's the problem with this method? Most wholesalers, they know they need to do this. Are they doing this? No. There's 0% chance they're doing this. And is that a good thing, bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing, but I truly believe a lot of wholesalers are really good at finding cash buyers. They're really good at their dispositions process. But the main issue here is that they can't connect with wholesalers. If you have deals, you've done deals, let people know. Don't be a fake flexer. I think we got a lot of those fake flexers out here. but be legit. Show up. Show what's up. I swear to you, you'll do well and you'll get JV deals. I used to be the guy that didn't like doing JV deals until I started making a lot of money doing it. You can easily do it, right? Number 8, method 8, comment. I mean, this is a new method we've been teaching for a little bit, but this is called bandit comments. And basically what you do is you just comment on your competitor's Facebook ad. Now, if you go on Facebook and you scroll, for me, every 2 or 3 slides, it's crazy. I get a we buy houses cash in West Palm Beach, Florida, like wherever I'm at. And it's crazy. All you have to do, just comment below. Just do a Facebook comment below. In 15 days, you get a deal by doing that. You just get so many inbound leads if you get enough comments. So I want everyone who watches my channel to really just start thinking about this. Because if I teach this to the 40,000 plus people in the Zackin YouTube channel, if you just do 5 of these a day, that's a lot of comments that will lead to deals. I'm just going to give you my ad copy, steal it. I don't really care. I just want everyone watching this to get some deals. Something like, hey, me and my partner are looking to buy 2 houses this month. I put spell check. Oops. Dude. All right. I got no guru production. I just do wholesaling deals. So me and my partner are looking to buy 2 houses this month too. Give me a call and then put your phone number. We will pay more. Google Voice, something simple. I promise you, I've been doing this for a very long time. Rick's been doing this for theoretically 15 years if you look on the forums before Facebook was like a thing. But like on the internet, just posting it, just get your phone number out there. The more eyeballs, it's like marketing. It's like text message. You'll get deals sent to you. It's an amazing way to get wholesaling deals. I promise everybody watching this, if you actually do what I'm saying here, you will get wholesaling deals sent in to you. Problem is, most people aren't willing to do it, and it's sad. You will get amazing wholesaling deals by doing this. Method 8, I'm telling you, 15 days, start to finish, no problem at all. Talk about method 7. I know this isn't the sexiest one in the world, but it's a method, and I'm going to say it because I'm not scared. Cold calling, get wholesaling deals. Guys, pick up your dang phone, get a list that works, go to treepeoplesearch.com, get their phone number, and do wholesaling deals. I'm not telling you to be a scared little baby. Go out here and cold call. Go out here and actually talk to motivated sellers, see if they're looking to sell the property. Because guess what? If they're looking to sell the property, they'll tell you, you'll get the deal under contract. You'll sell it. You'll make 30 grand. It's a check. It's beautiful. You keep doing the same thing. Oh, you're scared to cold call. It's because you haven't cold called enough. You're scared to talk to a seller because you haven't cold called enough. Why are you so scared? Are you scared to be broke? I was scared to be broke. That's why I cold called all day, every day, because I want to be a broke wholesaler. I wanted to be a rich wholesaler. Now my skills are so good, I can go on the phone, close sellers all day, every day, because I was overcoming the fear of cold calling. A lot of you guys have a fear of cold calling. I don't look at it as a fear of cold calling. I look at it as a fear of being I look at it as a fear of being rich for most wholesalers. I have a fear of getting good deals. I have a fear of becoming a better cold caller. I have a fear of becoming better at sales when it comes to wholesaling real estate. I have a fear of making my life better. That's what I hear when people say I have a fear of cold calling. Not judging anyone. That's literally what I hear. You know why I hear that? Because it's the dang truth. If you're scared of cold call, you're scared to get better. You're scared to do wholesaling deals, and you're scared to get rich. You know, you can be scared to get rich. That's fine. But the people that are more scared to be broke than scared to be rich, they're the ones that are actually going to call, overtake it, and do some wholesaling deal. Why are you afraid? Why? I can't get you to cold call anymore. The people that are sick of where they're at in their life right now, that want to make a change, you cold call, do some deals, get back to me. Guys, you see the podcast, you see what I do, you see the people I come up and actually do deals, you see me doing deals. It's all, so much of it is through cold calling. There's other great methods too. There's faster methods. But in 10 days, guys, you are 10 days from changing your entire life by picking up the phone, getting in front of sellers. Oh, I'm broke. TruePeopleSearch.com. It's a free website. Government lists. Pull it up online. Get the deal right there as soon as possible. There's 0 excuses right now. Right? That's one thing on this channel you're going to find if you're brand new. There are 0 excuses why you are not rich right now in wholesale. Everything you've done in the past, it's in the past. But everything you've done in the past has shown your thoughts and your actions of where you're at right now financially. Some bad luck that happens. I completely get it, but you can make the change. So you can dwell on the past, cry about it all day, stay broke, or actually make a change in your life. I think you should make the change in your life. And I'm not telling you to grind out here and work 80, 90, 100 hours a week cold calling. I'm asking 1 to 2 hours a day. 7 to 14 hours. Like 14, you spend 15 hours on stupid TikTok, but you can't transfer that over to cold call, actually get rich. Guys, it's not that you don't have the time. It's because you just don't want to do the hard thing. I get people, and this is weird to say, but like people work out 2 hours a day at the gym. They won't cold call. I promise you, if you just spend an hour at the gym and work really hard, okay, I promise you, and spend that extra hour cold calling, you will get more rich, and you would probably just be as buff as you want to be. It's all about the dieting half the time too, and how you work out. So I'm just saying, like the people out here that do this, you'll play video games to decompress. What's better decompression than getting a $30,000 check in your hand? That's better than any yoga, massage, masseuse thing ever. Okay, quit the excuse. I swear to you right now, you quit the excuses. You quit being broke. You start going out here and changing your life and actually doing something about it versus crying and being broke. I'm telling you, this will be a change in your life. I remember being broke. I remember that I was willing to do anything. Stop scrubbing dookie off the toilets at the grocery store where I was working for minimum wage. I'd do anything to get out of that point. And I did. It's your turn. Hey, guys, I got out of it. Now I can give you a lending hand and get you out of it. But if you want to be stuck where you're at, that's okay. But I have to rant on cold calling. I'm telling you, just so many people aren't willing to do it. It drives me crazy. You want to give me a $10,000 quote? Just pay me $10,000 and you can cold call. I ain't going to. Guys, I'm just going to tell you to cold call. I don't want your stupid money. Method number 6, SMS text blasting. This is actually, believe it or not, it's sometimes a faster, sometimes it's a slower, right? So about 10 days cold calling, I would say 6. I made it there because you could get a deal faster, but the average is still going to be 14 days for your first deal through SMS text blasting. And when I say SMS text blasting, a majority of you guys look at me and say, oh, he wants me to pay for software to SMS text blast. Oh, no. Guys, grab your stinking phone. Y'all text your friend Susie and Emily and Jeff about the day and about, oh, what's this show on Amazon Prime? Oh, I watched this show. Y'all go show trailers of the newest shows and Netflix and go on here and do all your stupid stuff on your phone. But you don't understand. Yeah, you can use your phone for that. But you can also use your phone to text 4 or 5 sellers every hour for like 7 or 8 hours, their house. Like literally find an ugly house, take a snapshot of the picture. Go to truepeoplesearch.com, truepeoplesearch.com. True, the word true, peoplesearch.com. That's a free website to find someone's phone number for free. Get their phone number, put the address in there. Text them, hey, is everything okay going on the property? This is Zach. I was a little concerned. I promise you'll get a text back. Let them know who you are. See if they're looking to sell their property. I promise you do enough of those texts on your phone for free, costs no money at all. You'll get wholesaling deals sent in to you. But you rather text Susie about Twilight or something stupid, okay? You'd rather do that, but you ain't going to text a motivated seller if they're looking to sell their property and take a picture of the house just so you get the most inbound leads possible and the best response rate. Why? Don't be crying to me, oh, I can't pay for the software. I'm not telling you to pay for a software. I'm telling you to use your dang phone to go find wholesaling deals. Your phone can be used to call sellers. It can be used to text sellers. These things are machines to get you rich. But the problem is most of you guys look at this as a machine to go communicate with people and talk to your friends and gals and bros. But this can also be a communication to reach out to motivate sellers to get wholesaling deals. The honest truth is you guys will not use the latter. You'll use the former, right? You'll go out here and just do what makes you feel good for the day. Do what's going to make you rich. Text blast. I promise you, just 20, let's do 20 texts a day. 20 texts a day for 30 days. I promise you guys, 600 texts for a year, you're going to get a deal out of that. You will make plenty of money, and then you can start doing it way better. You can use Google Voice to text people too. So you're at 40 now, 1,200 texts a month. Guys, we're at tens of thousands of texts you've been sending out a year for free, costs no money at all. Tens of thousands of texts. And I bet you haven't even done 100 this week. Hey, I'm not judging you. I'm already rich. I don't have to make you rich. I don't get a commission off of your wholesaling assignment fees. But I wanted to look at you straight dead in the eye and say, why didn't you send out 100 texts this week? Why? Hey, were you tired? Were your muscles sore? Do you have a headache? The bigger headache's being broke. And I've been there. And I really want to get into everyone's heads. Why aren't you doing this? Because week in and week out, I show you how to do wholesaling deals. I show you how to get rich. I'm the only one on YouTube that actually show how to do it for free. And I'll show you the method. And most of you guys actually take action. I'll tell you that. I see the hustlers out there. I'm trying to reach the people that aren't hustling right now. You'll see it time and time again, and you still haven't done a wholesaling deal. It's not because you the world's against you or you're in a bad. It's because you're not doing the dang work. Do the dang work. Put out 100 this week. I'm telling you, there is a thing called the upward spiral. It's the most truest form in wholesaling real estate. Everybody knows there is a downward spiral where you get a DUI and then you go to jail and then lose your job and things get bad, right? There's also the same thing. It's called momentum. Energy goes up and down. Life's going bad, life's going good, right? It's a constant flow state. But the cool part about the upward spiral is if you start doing things that make you a better person, make your life a lot better, over time, it just gets better. So for example, you start marketing to more sellers. Guess what happens? You get more leads on the spiral. Once you get more leads, you get more appointments. More appointments are more contracts. More contracts are more contracts to buyers. more buyers, more assignment of contracts done, more money in your bank account. So the more you market, the more money you make in your bank account. So you want to know how you get more consistent leads, how you get more deals, more cash. Start with the upward spiral. Start at the bottom, which is doing more marketing, and that is going to lead to a domino effect of you doing more wholesaling deals. The problem is you guys don't want to start the domino. You just don't want to topple that domino off because it's too much work. Why? There's so much money to be made by just starting positive momentum. One of the first things you can do is just start listening to positive people. People that actually are here to make your life better, that want to tell you, don't make excuses, don't be a crybaby, wake up in the morning and have a purpose for your life to get you rich, your family rich, and financial freedom for you forever. That's the things you got to start listening to. So kudos to you watching this. I'm telling you, I've been broke and I've been rich. It's way better to be a rich wholesaler than a broke wholesaler. I'll tell you that. But there's a lot more work. There's a lot of suffering that I had to go through to get to this point, and you will suffer for this, but there's nothing great in life without suffering. Nothing. So you have to do a form of suffering, which is marketing. Being broke suffering too, FYI. There's suffering everywhere. But if you can go out here and just start doing 100, that's all I'm telling you. Just try 100 texts, 100 a week. Just start it. Start 100. I promise you, get more leads and you'll start doing deals consistently. I'm not saying 100 is going to get it to you. I'm at thousands a day, but just start with 100 a week. Start going up and up the spiral. Method number 5, this is trying for dollars in it. I could get a 45-minute rant. I ain't going to do it. Okay. Y'all have heard it before, but if you have gas in your tank right now, get in your dang car and just look for ugly houses. The reason why I get so amped up about this is because people have the audacity to come to me and say, Zach, my market is so saturated that I can't even pull one list because every wholesaler has done that list. And there's just no point in me wholesaling. I should quit. I should give up. And I should just be a sorry, broke person the rest of my life. And what these people think, they want me to say, oh, okay. It's so hard. Oh, you should just quit. No, who am I? Come on. If I was a quitter, I would have quit years ago. Okay. I didn't get to where I'm at right now in my life because I'm a quitter, because I'm a loser. I'm none of those things. Guys, you're never a loser in wholesaling real estate till you quit. And I never quit. I kept showing up every single day, getting punched in the face in wholesaling until I got up and punched the person that was punching me, which is my own self. Your biggest enemy is yourself, right? And so we have to understand is if you find that your market is super saturated, everyone's doing the same lists, which you'll find if you're in a Houston, Dallas, Sacramento, right, Phoenix type thing, you have to go and do what the other people aren't willing to do. Now, I'm not telling you to get this crazy saturated list or unsaturated list that like there's 4 people on the list, right? But you have to do something called a earned list. So a lot of people think there's only 2 lists out here in wholesaling real estate, right? There's free lists and paid lists, right? Free list is going to be like a government list, a water shutoff, a tax lien, tax delinquency. There's probates. There's arrest record lists. Like the government lists are great, right? And they're free. You get them from the government. They cost no money at all, right? It's a great one. There's also other type of lists. These are what we call the paid lists, right? These are lists from PropStream, listria.com. You can go to Deal Machine, pull like a pre-foreclosure list, stuff like that. You can go to zacdata.com, batch leads and get leads, right? You can pay a software to go get lists, right? There's also free softwares that pull like lists, but they're really bad quality, like really dookie because they don't actually spend millions and millions of dollars in their research and development. So they're terrible. But like, I just put them in the terrible category, right? I mean, there's people on Fiverr that'll sell you a pre-foreclosure list. Like it's terrible. But what I can tell you is there's free and paid, right? There's these 2 camps, more or less, right? But that's what the majority of real estate gurus tell you to do. Actually, honestly, gurus just tell you to paid. Free, I can't sell if you're paying me $5,000 every single month for a program, I can't tell you that because it doesn't feel like a secret, right? So I tell about the free and paid. Gurus only talk about paid, but there's also this other secret. It is called the earned list. And the cool part about the earned list, and this is why we're talking about method 5 right here, is any wholesaler anywhere in the world, right? So we shout out to everyone in Poland. Okay, I'm going to shout out a country. Pretty much most developed countries with internet access, all the continents, maybe not Antarctica, but I'm ranting. But if you're in Poland, like you can go pull the free government list in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can go to PropStream and get a list. Maybe you need a VPN in your country or whatever, right? You can do all these things. But the one thing you can't do, because the average Joe Schmo can't go get this list, is what we call the earned list. This is a list you actually have to earn. This isn't a list that you can just pay money or just wallop and just go on the internet and get. You actually have to put your blood, sweat, and tears in, okay? No one gets jacked by sitting on their couch all day and manifest and thinking about getting jacked, right? They actually got to go do the work and earn it, right? You got to do the same exact thing for these lists. These are called earned lists. And my favorite earned list, technically second, is going to be what we call drying for dollars, where you get in your car and you look for ugly looking house that you can't buy this list. You have to earn it. So this is why we call them earned lists. And this is a list where I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how much money you spend in your marketing, you're never going to get that list, which makes it very rare. And usually, the less people on a list of ugly houses that market to it, the better chance when you call, text, do whatever you want, send mail, whatever, you get a wholesaling deal. So earned lists are super crucial and super great when you're in a big market. And so drying for dollars is going to be a big one. I would say 12 days. If you really go nuts, you can get a wholesaling deal off of an earned list. So all my wholesalers that love complaining, crying, too saturated, go dry for dollars. I promise you, you'll call these lists. You won't get sellers that say, oh, you're the 300th person to call me. Most likely not, right? I love drying for dollars, cornerstone. I'm excited. We actually have a drying for deals challenge starting Friday on the Flipbook channel. I'm excited for that one. We're going to get everyone's butts into action because it worked last year really well. And we're going to do that. So we're talking about another earned list. My favorite one. This is actually reverse drying for dollars. So you'll probably get a deal 3 days faster because with drying for dollars, just traditionally, right? You have to go out here, skip trace, and call, which I know everyone starts crying when I say cold calling. The reason why reverse drying for dollars works so well, I always got this near me at all times in my office just to show people on Zooms and everything, right? We got sticky notes. These things are like yellow gold, like yellow gold. These things are gold, okay? This is like literally, these are $100 bills to me. They're like $5 bills if you look. They're like $50 bills probably. Because if your average deal in my market's going to be 25, 30K on these things, these are like $50 bills. I put them out all day. $50 bill, $50 bill, $50 bill. If you start thinking about like this, you'll do well. These things say, hey, my name is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call. Boom. Slap that on an ugly house. The reason why this works so much better than regular drying for dollars and you get deals so much quicker is I don't have to skip trace. I get inbound leads coming to me and I don't have to go cold call or spend any money. Just boom, 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 boom. The average person has to spend 50, 60 cents on a postcard when this thing's free. And this gets a better response rate than postcards because someone actually hand wrote it versus you spending 60, 65 cents on a stamp and getting a postcard on there, just getting a letter, right? It's terrible. These sticky notes are amazing. I'm the only wholesaler still to talk about this on YouTube. It's really sad, but I've made people millions of dollars this year, tens of millions actually, right? I know a guy already at $1 million just from this method. We're going to have him on the podcast soon. I'm excited about that. But tens of millions of dollars are being produced from other wholesalers from this method. It's insane. If I had drying for dollars from just people on this channel, it's close to hundreds of millions just from drying for dollars, earned list type things. But reverse drying for dollars is an amazing method that most wholesalers aren't doing. You have a car, you got gas, go and do this method. Just put out I would love for you to put 100, just do 50. I know that seems small time, but I promise you do it a long enough time horizon, you'll actually get wholesaling deals. So shout out to Upper Echelon, 85 reverse dry for dollars this weekend. That's a hustler right there. And that's somebody that's actually listening to what I say and doing the work. So shout out to Upper Echelon there, doing the work, doing what needs to be done. So shout out to him right there. I'd love to see that. Love to see the people actually going out here and doing the work and doing what they need to stink and do. Method number 3, door knocking. Now, this is not the sexiest way, but what's the fastest way? Did I say was the title of this video the easiest way to get a wholesaling deal or the fastest way? It was the fastest way. And I'll tell you, door knocking works. I don't know, it's a pun, but don't knock until you try it. It's not fun, but you'll get deals fast. And I promise you this, if you can knock on doors on the pre-foreclosure list, a probate, a lien, you will get deals way quicker than anything else. I promise you this, just getting in front of a seller and having a face-to-face conversation versus a call or text, it is way different, right? This is why people, don't hang out over phone, like FaceTime versus just hanging out like in person. It's just way different. I don't care what you have to say. The human to human interaction is just so much different. And when you can go in front of somebody and just knock on the door and they answer and you know what to say, way better. And I think everyone really freaks out on what to say on a door knock. It's pretty simple. It's like, hey, my name's Zach. Me and my partner are looking to buy some houses around the area. This seems like a house I might want to buy. Are you looking to sell it at all? MCTP, conversation. I probably won't do the appointment right there. That's a little weird. Come back, it's more information, set up the appointment, go back, maybe with a partner. But it's simple. It's really, and if someone's mean, you just get out of there, right? It's not that complicated. That's it, 7 days. You get the right lists. just door knock on people's houses. You can pay someone to do it. Probably rather do it yourself. Door knockers are not the easiest people to hire, but just do a very simple conversation. You're good to go. People freak out. What if somebody says, why are you putting a sticky note on my door? Me and my partner looking to buy some houses for cash around the area. You're looking to sell it? No? Okay, sorry about that. Boom, go to the next one. That's it. A lot of people overcomplicate it. They overthink things. Remember, you just talk to sellers and say, hey, are you looking to sell your property? Me and my partner looking to buy a couple. Oh, how dare you just politely ask me? It's all in your head. Method 2, direct mail. Now, direct mail is long and short at the same time. Once the direct mail hits and calls start coming in, you get deals fast. I mean, same day for our company. Because we do ROS, we do a lot of postcards and other type of direct mail we do. It's fast. I would say about 5 days after mailing is probably going to be most people, if they do the right list, they do exactly right, they do the offer meter, all these things. Wholesaling.com will teach you how to do direct mail. Now, it's the fastest way. Is it the cheapest way? No, but you can do probate mailers, you can do letters, right? There's free ways to do it, paid ways, but direct mail works, and it's the king in our business. We got to spend a lot of money, but remember, we make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it makes sense. Now, is it the best ROI? No, but it's the best ROT. And I think that's something a lot of wholesalers don't understand. There is a return on investment, but if I was only focusing on my return on investment, all I'd be doing was door knocking, right? I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to make hundreds of thousands every single month doing that. I look at the ROT. So I look at my acquisitions managers. I need them to be in front of sellers and on the phones 24/7 if I can. In 8 hours, I want them on appointments all day. I don't want them sitting on their desk waiting for a phone call to come in. And the best way for me to get their butts out of the office, I mean, they have an office, but I don't really go to the office, if that makes sense. I just don't work a 9 to 5. For them to get out of their little offices at their houses and just go to the appointments, guess what? They got to be having qualified sellers. And direct mail is the best way to get somebody's butt out of there and doing it. Now, it's not the cheapest. When it comes to scaling, it's probably a necessity for most people, but that's just a way to get deals really fast. And I want to do my number one method. Now, before I announce the number one method, before I get the whole pitchforks in the wholesaling community going after me, I've thought about this hard, and I'm doing this selfishly. For Zach Ginn, what's the fastest way for him to get a wholesaling deal? He starts at 9 a.m. and by 5 p.m. he needs a contract signed. What is he doing? What am I personally doing, right? I do a live stream. I do it. It's the easiest one. So I always look at the way I do it. I make offers on contracts a lot on YouTube, and I would say roughly about every 6 hours, I have found when I do this certain thing on YouTube, I live stream it. I get somebody that accepts my lowball offer, and I basically can get a contract at that point, right? About every 6 hours. So if I do 8 hours, I can probably every single day get a contract done by myself live streaming it, right? 8-hour live streams a lot, and probably the most boring thing for most people. That's why I only give myself an hour and a half. So that's why usually I do a lot of offers, and then some I get accepted, some they don't. This is cold calling. These are just FSBOs, Zillow 4 suburbs. Now I know these are deals, right? So I'm not telling you it's like the most amazing thing in the world. I'd rather do other things because calling FSBOs all day drives me crazy sometimes. But in 8 hours, if you want to get a deal a day, and these are like $7,000 deals over 30 days, you make $100,000 really fast. You just go to Zillow, right? So you see my little spinner wheel, and all I basically got to do is spin a market, pull it up, call the seller, make sure I get all the FSBOs that are over 100 days old. Then I scroll down. I offer 70% at minimum for the MAO. I like to go way below that. I can go to the Zillow for rents, cold call the cash buyers, sign of contract done, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand. These aren't deals I'm making $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Now, the biggest FSBO I've ever done is $50,000. You just search Zach Ginn. No, you search Flip with Rick, for sale by owner deal, or you go on my vlogs. I made $55,000. We got the HUDs and everything on a wholesaling deal on a Zillow for sale by owner. That was the biggest FSBO I've ever done. I think I was 20 years old. So that was 3 years ago. That was pretty gangster, I would say. But you just do those offers. Now, am I telling you, hey, go offer 90% of the list price? No, 70 for your MAO, and just be below that. I promise you, if you do that over a long enough time horizon, you'll do it. But most people are scared out of their pants to go out here and go to Zillow and do offers. That should not be your only marketing channel. That should not be your only way of doing wholesaling deals. That should not be it. It is a tool in your tool belt. So if you're a carpenter, handyman, whatever you do, you're not using your screwdriver for everything. You're not going to hammer in a nail with a screwdriver, right? You're going to use a hammer, right? We're not going to cut something with a screwdriver, right? But we can use a screwdriver when we got a screw. Phillips head screwdrivers, and then there's flatheads, and then like all these things, right? It's just a tool on the tool belt. Don't be the person that tries to do everything with a screwdriver. It's weird, okay? Or do everything with a knife. Like that's not how you get stuff done. You have to go out here and get multiple things in your tool belt. I'm not telling you to go do 50 different marketing lists and channels and methods and all these things. But I'm telling you just to systematically go out here and do it. I promise every single person watching this, if you do one of these 9 methods, you'll get wholesaling deals. If you do it consistently, you'll get even more wholesaling deals. The man or woman that can consistently show up and do the work every single day on the right list for a right amount of time will do deals. And what I could probably say is if you can commit to at least, let's do 10 hours a week of marketing for any of those methods, you will get wholesaling deals. I can promise you consistently show up for, if you give me, I'll tell everyone, if you can give me 10 hours documented, if you can document it, which most people can document it, 10 hours a week for a year straight, and you cannot get one wholesaling deal, I promise you, you're not doing any of those 9 methods. And every single person, I've gotten about 4 or 5 people hop on a live stream with me on a one-on-one, say, Zach, I did it, and you were wrong. You're a loser. You don't know what you're talking about. And I say, okay, well, what list did you do? I cold called the pre-foreclosure. Well, you didn't go to wholesaling.com on the pre-foreclosure section where I spent an hour on pre-foreclosures to show you everything I knew about pre-foreclosure so you don't mess up. And also mention you got to go to wholesaling.com, go through the whole course, and you'll know what to do. I say don't cold call the pre-foreclosures. It's a waste of time. And that's all you did. Of course, that's why you failed over a year.